I broke up with my boyfriend after he gave me a list of things to do to earn an engagement ring. So my boyfriend Jake and I had been together for 5 years. We'd been talking about getting engaged since like year 3, and we always said it would happen sometime in 2025 or 2026. Well, it's 2026 now, and I was starting to get anxious about it. Every time I brought up engagement, Jake would get all weird and change the subject. He'd be like, yeah, we'll get there eventually, or I'm just not ready yet. But then he'd talk about wanting to buy a house together or have kids someday, so I knew he saw a future with me. Finally, a few months ago, I gave him an ultimatum. I told him straight up that if we weren't engaged by the end of 2026, I was done. I wasn't going to waste any more time waiting around for someone who couldn't commit to me after 5 years. He seemed to understand and said he'd start thinking seriously about it. So when January rolled around, I started bringing it up more often. Like when we'd pass jewelry stores at the mall, I'd mention rings I liked. Or when our friends got engaged, I'd joke about when it would be our turn. But instead of getting more serious about proposing, Jake started doing something that made my blood boil. Every single time I brought up engagement, he'd give me this list of things I needed to improve about myself first. He'd be like, well, you know you need to go to the gym more if you want me to propose. Or maybe if you kept the apartment cleaner, I'd be more motivated to take the next step. The worst one was when he told me I needed to give him more blowjobs. He literally said he expected one every single day if I wanted to earn a ring. Then he started complaining about money. He wanted me to pay more rent even though I already pay 25% and he makes twice what I make. He said a future wife should contribute more financially. I felt like I was being given a performance review instead of having a conversation about our relationship. The breaking point came last week when we were at his friend's engagement party. I was watching this happy couple celebrate and feeling so jealous and sad. On the drive home, I brought up how sweet their proposal story was. Jake immediately goes, yeah, well, his girlfriend probably doesn't leave dishes in the sink for 3 days. Then he started listing off everything again. The gym thing, the cleaning, the sex demands, the money. He even added that I needed to cook dinner more often and stop spending money on coffee. I just sat there listening to him basically tell me I wasn't good enough to marry as I currently existed. Like I was some employee who needed to meet performance goals before getting a promotion. When we got home, I went straight to our bedroom and started packing a bag. Jake followed me and asked what I was doing. I told him I was leaving because clearly he didn't want to marry me. He wanted to train me into becoming someone else first. He tried to backtrack and said he was just trying to help me become the best version of myself. I told him the best version of myself was someone who didn't stay with a guy who thought love was something you had to earn through sexual favors and housework. I stayed at my sister's house that night, and the next day I came back to get the rest of my stuff. Jake kept texting me saying he was sorry and that he'd propose right away if I came back, but I realized I didn't even want a ring from him anymore. Not after he spent months telling me I wasn't worthy of one.